Hello, my name is Chase, and today I want to talk about philosophy. Some of you may know I started a video series called Philosotalks a couple years ago, and made a couple videos and talked mostly about theology, which is, the study of God. And I wanted to get back into it. So today I just did a quick, search for the meaning of philosophy, and philosophy actually means lover of wisdom. And so, anyone really who can really appreciate wisdom and loves wisdom can be a philosopher. This is Nico, by the way. He's here too. Just so you know, I might have a little distraction. But, there's other aspects to philosophy than just theology and the study of God. There's ethics and morality, everything from social sciences to political sciences. Someone who wants to kind of contribute to the conversation can be a philosopher. We don't really have too many professional philosophers or well-known philosophers today, but I would say that some of my favorite philosophers are like Eckhart Tolle. This guy wrote a book called A New Earth, and me and Natalie were just listening to an interview he was doing with Oprah this morning. We were just listening to Oprah's podcast, Super Soul Sunday. Great podcast. Definitely recommend it. Definitely recommend listening to Eckhart Tolle's interview that Oprah does. They were talking about today's political climate, actually. Here you go, buddy. Here you go. Here you go. So, obviously today we kind of consider America kind of divided, most divided it's ever been, some people say. And yeah, it's divided down the political spectrum, from those who really believe in their gun rights and want to protect this nation from foreign evils, and they call themselves patriots. And then there's the whole liberal side that kind of just sees guns and hatred of foreigners as not really a good thing to contribute to our society. And I can see the right and wrong of both sides. Naturally we want to protect our family, and we want to protect our nation from enemies. But at the same time, I think some people think that we can kind of address problems with discussion and stuff, and try to solve national problems with diplomacy. Of course, we don't really know, when it comes to the upper levels of government, how much we can do with diplomacy, or if there's just some disagreements that can't be remedied. But we should hope that any disagreement can be remedied. I think the progressive side is just really hoping for a oneness that some spiritual people can feel, a oneness between all humanity. We're all on this earth together. We're all humans, and there's a lot of similarities that we all have. We all want to, like I said, protect our families. We all want to just make a better life for ourselves. So what Eckhart Tolle touches on is that when we talk about the separation and the divide, sometimes what really fuels that divide is this connection to an idea and making it part of your identity. So if you call yourself a Republican and you say, I am a Republican, I am everything that Republicans believe in, and if you attack Republican ideas, then I take it as an attack on me, then of course you're going to be a little bit heated, a little bit more upset when someone is talking about ideas that are liberal in nature. You're gonna take it as an attack. And so what Eckhart Tolle suggests is to recognize that ideas and these kind of even philosophical standpoints, these like conservative ideas or liberal ideas, they are just ideas and they're not who we are. We all at our core are simply humans. We're a spirit, and we are consciousness. You know, Eckhart Tolle comes from a kind of a spiritual point where it's like, you know, subtract the mind and subtract your personality as ego. Your ego is something that we come up with. We identify as male or female. We identify as boy or girl. We identify as Republican or Democrat. But these are not who we truly are. Eckhart Tolle says that we truly are the thinker. We're not the thoughts. We are the consciousness that experiences ideas. We are not the ideas themselves. And I think that's just a profound point. If we could all separate our ego from our identity and realize, you know, we are all just conscious beings experiencing life, trying to feel good about our life and trying to make our lives better, then it's easy to let go of petty differences, which they all really are. I mean, don't get so attached to your ideas that you make them part of your identity. I myself, you know, I've struggled with this myself. It's not like I'm above it or anything like that. I think that I've had a real struggle with, you know, trying to convince others that my ideas are best, my ideas are right, your ideas are wrong. And so the lesson from Eckhart Tolle was perfect for me. I really felt deep down that I can let go of my identity when it comes to just being a human and getting along with people around me. So, you know, I just wanted to pass on that wisdom to you, and if you're a lover of wisdom, then guess what? You're a philosopher like me. So, you know, one of the ideas that I subscribe to, but I don't make it part of my identity, is philosophy. And I definitely think that if we bring philosophy closer to the forefront in the national conversation, then we can bring a new aspect to it. You know, we even have networks that have taken on a political identity. We've got CNN versus Fox News. We've got all these news media outlets, which they are all inherently biased, and it's not necessarily wrong to be biased, because we all have our biases. It's just the best practice would be to recognize our bias and realize it, and realize that there's people out there with views that are different than ours, right? So, you know, I have my views, but in conversations with people who have opposing views, I try not to get too attached. You know, it's best if we can listen to someone, because you're really not going to convince anyone of anything if you come at it from a hostile or a heated point of view. You know, we can all present our ideas in ways that are kind of just like giving, just saying, hey, here's what I know. Here's something that I found out from my experience, and maybe you could learn from it too. So I'm going to keep going with the Philosotalks series, and maybe focus on some new aspects of philosophy, like morality, ethics, right and wrong, good and bad, what these terms really mean. So stay tuned and support the channel. If you would, like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. Thanks a lot. Bye.